the cliche, wherever there's a crisis, there's an opportunity. And Israel feels now it has an opportunity, just like in 48, which brings us full circle. It has the opportunity to get rid of that thorn at its side, which is why people now, as you know, in a lot of talk about this is the new Nakba.
Yeah.
This is the new Nakba, meaning the explosion in 48. Yes, I think that's correct in the sense that Israel sees the same possibility. It saw in October 7th a crisis, a trauma. I'm not going to dispute that, but also the opportunity to rid itself of that thorn at its side, namely Gaza. The fact of the matter is, time doesn't won't allow us, I don't think. There were ways to resolve this. Hamas was amenable to a settlement on the basis of international law and UN resolutions. It was amenable to the Arab Peace Initiative, which I mentioned earlier, of 2002. Israel just doesn't accept those terms. Israel will not accept a settlement among equals on the basis of international law. It won't. But it didn't have to come to this. It's a complete, I'd have to say it's a complete disaster now. It's very, very bad, and so it's only going to move in a worse direction. It's not going to get better. Israel will now use this opportunity because there's a new problem. The new problem is it's lost its deterrence capacity on the northern front with Hezbollah. Because Hezbollah, trying to support Gaza as it should, in my opinion, has been killing Israeli soldiers, firing on Israel. And so now Israel feels that's another blow to its deterrence capacity. They're attacking Israel on the northern front. So what's the only answer to that? The only answer is to go in and level Lebanon. Because they're not going to fight the party of God. That's impossible. If you see the size of those rallies when Nasrallah speaks, no, they're not going to fight the party of God. But they'll go in and do to Lebanon. And I kind of think that's an inevitability now, because their deterrence capacity has been undermined in a double sense. First, its comprehensive weakness revealed by October 7th, and then its, so to speak, local weakness, namely against Hezbollah in the north. And so it has to attack Hezbollah. And you could imagine, I don't have to go all the way to Iran, the last dot, connect the last dot. It's a total catastrophe what's happening now. Total catastrophe. Because I do believe, sorry if I'm saying it, but I have to speak the truth. I do believe that Nasrallah probably thinks now is the time we can get rid of Israel. No, I do believe that's a real problem. I can't deny that. I don't think it's their fault. I think Israel caused the whole situation. All those pro-Israel people who created this situation, they created it. It could have been resolved. But they felt that the Arabs, particularly the Palestinians in Gaza, that they would just, I'm being very literal here. They thought they would go the way of the Native Americans, put them on the reservation, in this case a concentration camp, and just leave them there to languish and die. They really thought that would work. You want to hear something? I thought that would work. That's why I gave up in 2020. I stopped writing about it. I thought they had won. Israel had won. It was over.